Hey guys, good morning. It is 7:05 in the morning right now, and I decided to film a more in-depth video on that 5-minute easy makeup look that I did last week, because to me it's 5 minutes because I wear makeup all the time. It's second nature to me. But to others who don't really wear it all the time, it can take a little bit longer, and you're probably wondering why I do the things that I do. So I figured that I would explain that here. So yeah, just keep watching and we'll get through this. First, I'm gonna put my hair back because I cannot do my makeup with my hair in my face. Okay. So I spoke about the Becca under eye corrector. The reason why you use a peach corrector is because it neutralizes any purple or blue tones under your eyes, which is the goal. That's what we want. We don't want to have under eye circles. Forgive me, it's a little early. My little girl woke up twice last night and I'm just a little tired. So as I mentioned before, I do put this on with my ring finger. I prefer to use my finger rather than a brush with this product, just because I mentioned in that one video that it has a little bit of a waxy consistency. So your ring finger is best to apply anything under your eye because it has the least amount of pressure, and this part of your face is very, very sensitive. So I always end up putting a little bit over here also because that part tends to get a little dark. So you want it all to be, yeah, all uniform. Very nice and light. So I'm going back and I'm doing the same thing to this eye. And back and forth. You can always go back and add a little bit more if you feel like it hasn't covered enough, because since you are doing that motion where you're blending it in over your eye, sometimes it tends to thin out a little bit. So if you feel like you need a little bit more, you go and put a little bit more. There is really no specific way of doing your makeup. Like, yes, there are certain steps that you follow, but at the end of the day, you do what you feel is best for your face. Like, if you feel like you need more of it, then you add more of it. You feel like you don't, then you don't. It just goes to show that makeup is not intimidating at all. A lot of people feel that way because, you know, everything on YouTube has shown you how scary it can be, and that's really what I'm here for, to just show you that it's not intimidating at all. So then we're going in with concealer. I used Tarte Shape Tape in medium sand. You don't have to use a lot of it. I do like 3 dots. 3 dots is more than enough. So let me show you. With this, I do go in with a brush. It's just I prefer to go in with a brush. This is just easier for me to blend it out, and I do not put a lot of pressure because, like I mentioned, this part of your face is very sensitive. You don't want to be stretching it out and building any, you know, extra wrinkles. I don't know about you, but I am 33. I don't really have wrinkles. I have a few little lines here and there, but I'm also not trying to get them. So I'm going back in here, like I said, 3 little dots. This concealer is so well concentrated that you really, really don't need a lot. So going back in. Blend it and bring it down just so that it kind of starts matching into your skin. It starts blending in very well into your skin. Okay, I'm bringing it a little bit here because I have that like sunglass tan and it's darker in this area and I hate it. So that's the only reason why I'm bringing it there, just to kind of lighten that, because the sun played me. Then I do the same thing here. Okay, So then I'm taking a wet beauty blender. It doesn't have to be a beauty blender. The beauty blender is actually just the brand. So you can take the Real Techniques one, you can take the Morphe one, you can take any beauty sponge that you prefer and just damp it. And then I'm gonna need to take out more powder here. This is my Kat Von D translucent powder. Is the best one I found so far. A lot of people talk about the Laura Mercier, which is great too, but I feel like this is just as good, if not better. I mean, it's all about your preference. So I dip enough here, and then I tap it like this because I don't want too much. At the end of the day, it's still a lot, but the reason why I do that is because of the consistency of the under eye corrector. As I mentioned, it's a little waxy, so I don't want there to be any creasing here throughout the day. If your eye tends to crease a little bit, before you put the powder, blend it a little bit like this so that the creasing goes away, and then keep your eye open and then stamp it right in that area, and then you're gonna go and then you're going to blend it. Now, as I mentioned, this is translucent, but right when you first put it in, it looks very, very white. But that's why you keep going back and forth, in and out, just to blend it until it looks translucent. And it, goes as part of your skin. I don't know why I started getting these little, I don't know if they're pores. I don't know what they are, but it's like, I don't know. There's these little things under my eye that like poke out. So sometimes the powder gets stuck to it and it bothers me. And I see it more under this light, which is why I'm doing that. Maybe a little less powder on the other eye. And see, that's the thing, like, you make mistakes sometimes, and it's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect the first time. If you try this out and it doesn't come out the way that you want it to, then you try again. You try to blend it out to get rid of that, which is exactly what I'm gonna do, because you see that's not cute. It's not cute at all. Okay, so maybe less of a stamp. I think I put a little bit too much pressure on the other side, because yeah, see, this side is not doing it. And then you go back and forth, and you blend that out. Wow, I see, it looks like it's snowing here. All this powder is going everywhere. Okay, see, that's much better. I don't know what went on with this eye. What's going on? It's not fun. Let me see if I can, hold on, take a little brush like this. And it looks like I'm putting a lot of pressure, but I promise you I'm not. This type of brush does not have that type of pressure in there. Okay, there we go. We smooth that out. Honestly, I don't know what's going on with my face today. Why it's like, this usually doesn't happen to me. But you know what? We're gonna go with it. This, just like I said, goes to show that not everything comes out perfect. Every other time we're doing makeup, this doesn't happen. Today, it's happening. I don't know why. Maybe my sponge is too damp. That's the only thing I can think of. Or maybe, I know what it is. Okay, in the winter time, my skin tends to start getting a little dry, and I end up getting, which is funny, on the areas that are usually oily, I end up getting dry patches, which bothers the hell out of me. And I think that's what's going on, which is why it's like, moving on. We're moving on. We got them out. Now it looks better. I don't look like I have just white on my face. Okay. So then we'll go in with the Bare Minerals powder foundation. My color is golden medium. I would suggest that you go to, I'm not sure if Sephora sells this. I think they do, but I would definitely go to the Bare Minerals store and ask if someone can help you. Now, the thing about that is I feel like sometimes the type of lights that they have in makeup stores, they're so bright, just like this, and even worse, they're like completely fluorescent everywhere, and they make you look lighter, or they give you like a different type of tone, and then you go home and you're trying the foundation and it doesn't match. If you already have a liquid or a powder foundation that matches your face and that you love, I would recommend taking that with you to the store and matching it that way. That is the best advice I can give anyone, because it's not that I don't trust the salesperson, because they're doing their job. It's just the lighting in a lot of those stores. Again, with the powder. Okay, so I'm just gonna go around and go over my face. I always do it in a circular motion, just so that it blends a lot better on my face. Now, the last time I mentioned that I do this because I have a lot of redness in my face and I like to cover it. I cover it to a certain extent. The whole point of this type of makeup look is so that you still look like yourself. So if you are looking for that super glam full coverage, this isn't it. This is still supposed to make you look like you. I have a lot of redness on the side of my nose. I hate it. I wish I did it. I wish my face looked like this without any of this, you know? That would be great. Okay. And you can put as little or as much as you need of this to the coverage that you like. Let me stick this over here, and then, and this type of brush, it was just a fluffy brush. Last time I used this and there was powder everywhere. I ended up looking at the video and I'm like, that looks awful. So I started using this one. It's a little bit better. And then with powder, this is the Morphe M500 brush. This is one from Luxie. It's actually a blush brush. It's from Luxie. It's 514. I've used this so much these years, but I won't let it go. So then the Morphe M500 is the one that I like to use for my bronzer. I don't want that harsh line. You know, I just want something that looks nice, that defines my cheekbones, but does not give me that harsh line. So I go, and it has that little point there. So it helps, you know, like it helps to carve, but it doesn't look like a straight line. It doesn't look like you just drew on your face. Who wants to look like that? It's not natural. So I go back in like this. Okay, and then I put a little bit here, and then under my chin. See, it makes it look better. And then when you do that with your chin, you have to bring it down a little bit, because you don't want it just to be a line under your chin. You want to blend it, you bring it down. If you feel like you want a little more bronzer, you add a little more bronzer. That is up to you. Now, a little trick to just amp it up a little bit more. I end up taking a really, really fluffy brush, which is eyeshadow brush. It's the Morphe M504. Swirl it on my bronzer, and I go and I put it as eyeshadow. Look. Done. Do you see the difference between this one and this one? I don't know if you can see it, but I hope you can see it. It just looks like you have a little bit of eyeshadow. Nothing crazy. It's just one extra step, and boom. Perfect. If you want to add a little bit underneath, you can add a little bit underneath. Again, these are all extra steps that you don't have to take unless you want to. Also, in the last video that I didn't use any highlighter. I haven't really been using it, but the reason why I'm bringing it out, and this is, please don't judge me, this is my Wet n Wild highlighter. It broke. Again, I won't let it go. This is in Precious Petals. I am going to take my pinky, because if you don't have a tiny brush, you have a tiny finger. That was corny, wasn't it? It's cool. It's fine. Everything's fine. Okay, so you take your pinky and you dip it into the highlighter and you add a little bit there. Do you see the difference that just made? Just adding a little bit of shine to the inner corner of your eye. It definitely makes you look more awake. That's it. That's it. That's all you do. I need a little sip. Oh my god, that was so good. I just got this Cinnabon coffee. Am I saying that right? Cinnabon? Cinnabon coffee. It's amazing. And I'm gonna go and try to do the best in curling my tiny lashes, and then add a crap load of mascara to make it look like I have lashes. It's sad. It really is. I think I definitely messed them up even more when I did eyelash extensions and just... Okay, so after I took out my eyelash extensions, it was my fault. I ripped them out. I didn't go there and ask them to be removed. I ripped them out because I just wanted to get rid of them. And then I looked kind of bald in that area. So then I started wearing strip lashes every day so that I wouldn't look that bad. None of that helped. And now here I have some castor oil that I try to put on every night, but I don't remember. I really don't remember to put it on every night, which is funny because I come here to remove my makeup on every single night and I have it right in my face and I still don't remember to do it. Okay. This has to be my most favorite mascara because it makes it look like a... Do you see? It's just so sad. Even with mascara, it's just so sad. I use the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise in Blackest Black, and I always use the waterproof one because my lashes tend to fall down. If I don't use waterproof mascara, my lashes just don't even curl anymore. They do not hold up the curl. They just go down, and I didn't just spend all this time curling my lashes so that they can fall down. Like, no. I think I have a little leftover mascara. Great. And I'm gonna pull it out and probably pull out like 3 lashes. Like, I need to pull out 3 lashes. I guess I'm upset because both my sisters have the nicest, longest lashes, and I don't. And even before I did lash extensions, they were tiny, which is why I did lash extensions. You get what I'm saying? And then I ruined them, and I'm trying to grow them back. If I could only remember to add the castor oil every night. Okay. I go back in and I put another coat for the obvious reasons. Because if I don't, you can barely see them there. And every time I put bottom lashes, mascara on my bottom lashes, I remind myself of that episode in Full House when DJ and Kimmy are putting on makeup for the first time, and when they go to put mascara, they go, okay, assume positions. And they just open their mouth, which is funny because I don't really need to open my mouth to open my eyes. Like, I just, you know, it's I don't know, it's just funny to think that way. Oh my god, makeup back in those days was crazy. Why people use like red blush, I don't understand. Oh, blush, I forgot blush. That was good. Now I remembered. See? Okay, and then I use that same bronzer brush, and now I'm using the Tarte Amazonian clay brush in Feisty. And you just smile a little bit. Put it in the apples of your cheeks. I don't know why they're called apples of your cheeks. If somebody knows, can you let me know? Because I really don't know. Okay, see, that added a little difference, and now we look all cute. Okay, put my hair down. And there you go. So as I mentioned, it is 5 minutes for me when I don't do any of this talking. If you keep doing it, it becomes a routine, and then it will be 5 minutes. Maybe the first time it'll be 15 minutes, but it's still not a long time. You look very, put together, and it's not a ton of makeup. So I really hope you guys like this. I got such great feedback from the first video that I figured I needed to do something a little bit more in depth so that you understood why I did what I did, and that I can show you in detail exactly what to do. And as you saw, I made a few mistakes. It happens. It's human nature. I added a little too much powder. Then I remember that I'm having some little dry patches in my face, and it's okay. There are ways to fix it. There's no need to get frustrated because something is not coming out right. You just go back in and you fix it, and that's all. And that's kind of how it is in life too, right? You have a problem, you try to fix it. But anyways, that's a lot of talking for me, so I really hope you guys like this video, and I'm gonna try to make other things that just amps it up a little bit more, so that you can go out for date night, or you can just go out with the girls, whichever it is. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.